Hey guys, today is the June the 25th. Didn't get out here last night. I was super tired and went to bed early, like 8 o'clock. So I didn't have to take get my nephew back from work or anything at 10. So that's what I was doing last night. And this morning, I'm getting out here a little bit later than normal. It's almost 10 o'clock already. Oh, because I was deciding where to plant the next batch so I didn't have to stand out here in this hot sun and figure it out. So, got my plan going. Let's go over here and check on our rabbit hole. Excuse me, pardon me, pumpkins. I need a path here, buds. Okay. I vacuumed yesterday really good in the house. And if you see fur, that's what I was telling you. I took the vacuum hair and just started spreading it all around down this fencing and down in my garden, all over. Sometimes that helps keep pests away as well. So you can see wads of hair dog hair, cat hair, whatever, wads of hair. So if you see that, don't be grossed out. That's what I purposefully shook it all over the garden. It helps with the squirrels, I remember that. And it may even help with the rabbits. So, looks like they didn't dig another hole here. I was wondering if they was gonna dig another hole down through there. I'm not sure. Since I'm over here in the shade, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my plan. This stump area, I'm gonna plant herbs. So I got it wrote down on my little cheat sheet. I've got, I think, rosemary and dill, and I looked at the back of the packets. Rosemary gets really tall, the dill gets really tall, so I put those in the back. Then I have basil. It goes good with tomatoes. So I'll have basil on this side of the stump. And I think I have sage and thyme. I don't remember which size sage and thyme is. So I do remember rosemary, dill, basil, and either thyme or sage, whichever one's smaller goes in the middle. So I need to get the hoe out so I can de-weed around this here stump. I might have to try to chop this cardboard apart and expose all that as well. Chop all this out. And I might even eventually, not right now, chop out all of this in between my tomatoes. We'll see. It's gonna be another hot day. Heat index 104, or feels like 104, whatever. So if I start sweating too much, you know what happens. I go on and get in. So I need to get my hoe. Be good to get the rake as well. I'm just gonna set them right over beside this here gate fencing. And I want to grab the I can't even think what it's called. Yardstick. Get the yardstick so I can measure. Look how beautiful King is. Well, hi. How you doing in the shade? I even washed laundry and stuff yesterday and hung up my clothesline. I bet you they was dry in 5 minutes. I don't know. I just leave things overnight. I don't rush around, as you can tell. And look at all the weird weeds that come up. I swear I think all that's morning glories and stuff. Shoo-wee. They grow fast. So I had just planted all that. All right. Now what are you doing leaning over? What's going on here? Your dirt is disturbed. I wonder if a mole got in here or something. Goodness. Oh well, I got plenty of tomatoes around here. That's for sure. And this one, I want to make sure it don't get choked out. There we go. As they grow, I try to, you know, give them enough room to grow. Didn't realize how big they got. We got a little bit of a rain. I don't know what day it was. I don't think it was yesterday, the day before. A little bit of a rain. I believe that's right. Let's get you set up over here in the shade. Hopefully the sun doesn't stop you all. If it'll stay. Come on now. All right, I need one of those tripods that wrap around stuff, you know. The legs wrap around or something. That's in the sun too. Well. Okay. Already 10 o'clock. Ooh! A nice little garter snake. Let me go ahead and show you. Oh, there's 2 of them. There it goes. Alright. Garter snakes are good for your garden. So I didn't want to kill it. I must have disturbed it though when I was chopping this here cardboard. That's for sure. There was 2. Did they both disappear? Nope, there's 1. They're big too. Ugh. I'm scared of snakes, and my husband's very much scared of them. I usually kill them. Then I realized they take care of your moles and stuff. Which way did that one go? Please don't tell me you went this way. Oh, you're back under the... to be cool. Alright, I need you to go another way, please. Go on. Thank you. Keep going. There you go. I don't know if you all have babies and stuff, but look, there's a hole there. So I don't know. Anyway. Garter snakes help with moles and voles and all that good stuff, so I don't need that in the garden. Kind of welcome the snakes. I just don't want them on me. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. See, I've got all kinds of roots up in here, so I don't even know if I can plant in between these roots or not. Ooh, that was a humongous spider too. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let's see if we can get you all to see it. Now, did you see it move with a big old egg sac on it? I'm very terrified of spiders. They're outside doing their own thing and they're all up in this garden. That's for sure. Alright, that's good and chopped. Somebody's burning a fire at this time of day. Whew. That's crazy. I smell it. Alright. Polk, you keep trying to grow here. I'm sorry. I don't want you to, really. Cardboard laid there, but it growed right on top of the cardboard, as you can see. What is that? Tree still coming to grow? Trying to grow, I think. I don't need a tree. There we go. Chopped it down. Alrighty. Shoot, I'm hot already. Well, that surprised y'all. I don't even know what the temperature is. That's a big old piece of bark. I'll just toss it over that way. Whoa, big old spider crawling up the post. Can I zoom it in, maybe? Which post is it? This one? No, it won't let me zoom in. Okay, anyway. There it is. Okay. I got you guys standing in that. That seemed to work pretty good. Let's come over here. And open my little planter, what do you want to call it? All right, so I was correct. I'm gonna have, no, I wasn't correct. Okay, so dill is over in the corner that I just chopped. So let me find dill. Here's dill. It's Mammoth Long Island dill, heirloom varieties. Get my little kid scissors out here and already shaking. Look at that. All right. Scissors. I brought my bottled water. It's not supposed to start drinking until 11 because of the hydrochloric acid digestion. But it's hot out here and I'm gonna start drinking early. I'd say my body wouldn't mind. Okay. Dill is 9 inches to 12 inches apart, but I'm gonna have just one plant and I might go with 3 seeds or something like that. Let's see what these look like. Oh, that's perfect. 3 seeds come out. I'll lay that there so don't drop it, and I'll show you all the seeds. They're tiny, that's for sure. Let me get my little hand shovel. I forgot to grab that out over here. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a marker. I got one root going this way, which is where I found the snakes. They may have babies down in there or something. I throwed an old pumpkin over here too, so there's all kinds of seeds here that maybe they was eating on or something. And there's a root going through there, so I'm gonna try and plant between the 2 roots. Let's see if we can get a little hole here. I need to see how deep to plant too, I forgot. I think I'm gonna do that and get some compost over here and put down in this hole, and we'll cover it with dirt. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a little bit of compost, see how deep that has to go. Something I've noticed, the smaller the seeds, they don't have to go as deep. So this also says a quarter of an inch deep. So I'm gonna pinch some compost. Then I'm gonna cover it up with some dirt here. What you doing, King? Huh? What you doing, King? Oh, you smell something? What are you smelling? Huh? 3 seeds are down in. Cover it up here. A little bit of dirt. You see me looking around for more snakes and spiders. Okay. Tamp it down some so the seeds don't run somewhere. And there's our dill. Woohoo! I wasn't sure if I was gonna feel good enough to do this today, and I'm excited. I got one planted. These weeds and everything, they grow so fast. So they'll all be back soon. That's for sure. If I had a little handful of mulch back here loose, I'd like to get a little bit here. So let me check here in this last garden bed we was planting in. I actually found a little bit in my little walkway here. The mulch helps hold moisture and everything. There we go. Yay! Got that one done. Now the next one would be over on the other side. So I'm gonna put you guys on top of my, or here in front of the row of the dill. I keep thinking about the sunshine. It's gonna get too hot. Y'all are in it. Let's see how long this video lasts. When my videos cut off, I use CapCut anyway to splice them all together. I just haven't been editing. I don't really have all the time to do so. Oy. So instead of editing and putting music behind, I'm just giving you guys real time. You want to skip it? Skip it. I don't care. All right, Laura, you remember last time? Be careful grabbing with your hands. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Be careful. I'm an idiot. I don't like gloves. I wouldn't say I'm an idiot, but anyway. I just don't like gloves, and I watch what I do. All right. I'm gonna start chopping this direction. Looks like I got a root here. So I might be able to plant rosemary here. So let's chop that out. I know a lot of these herbs are medicinal and everything. I've got some books like herb encyclopedias and stuff. It's exciting that when I have time to read, I'd like to start reading and researching on that stuff and start working with tinctures and you can even dry the leaves and make tea, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for that too. Alright. Well, that didn't take long, and I got morning glories trying to grow here. That'd be pretty, but like I said, I don't want to choke out my plants. plants I want them to grow. And who knows, this might be too late to grow these items, but at least I have places established, you know, for next year. But this is what I would like to have. All right, so we got, dig a little hole here. Now, I've got some compost here. If you guys are wondering what this is, my mother-in-law called them frog bellies. It come from her mama's house. So I just keep spreading it wherever I think might be needing place. So I was pulling weeds up front in the yard, which is where the frog bellies are, okay? We piled it up back here to be mulched in our garden. And then this year when I started weeding things out, I saw them coming up in the garden. They're easy to spread. So I plucked one down inside there and I said, if you live, you live. If you don't, you don't. And it growed roots and growed. I've also got it over here in this concrete planter. I found 2 of them or 3 of them later and just plopped them down in here, and here they are. They're growing. I got a green thumb's what my sister says. It's funny. All right. Right now I got a sweaty eyebrow. But you know. Okay. Let's come back over here. We are done with the dill. Let's go ahead and take that up. All right, done with that. I'm sticking it in the back of my row of seeds in here. My next one was going to be, like I said, rosemary. All right, so we got, it just says rosemary on it. It's non-GMO. These are container varieties that I bought a long time ago. But you don't have to put them in a container. It's just possible that you can grow them in a container. All right, rosemary, you get 2 to 6 foot tall. Wow. And you need 36 inches spacing. That's why I put you on that other side. Okay, and the depth is 1/8 of an inch. It's even less than the dill. All right. Ooh, you got some teeny tiny seeds. I don't know if y'all can see that. I cannot see because of the sun. Let me grab a drink of water and I'll pour some in my hand. I'm gonna do 3 again. Teeny tiny seeds. Whew. Let's go over to the shade so I can see if y'all can see. How's that? Teeny tiny seeds for dill. All right. Back out here in the sun. And I didn't grab a marker. How about that? My brain. Alright, there's the compost. Pretty much on top of the ground. All right, 3 seeds. You get to go in here. Let's see what happens. shovel full of mulch. Got my marker. My shovel full of mulch. Just want to lay on top there lightly. Better than nothing right now. Whew. Gotta move you guys over here in the shade. Oi, sit up there. Why you crooked? There you go. Now. Phew. That's a dandelion. I like my dandelions, but you know. Come back, you come back. Now that said 3 foot apart. It's okay. Still gonna plant something right here in this one because I thought I had it pinpointed right that there was quite a bit of root systems going through that stump. Don't want that choking out in the corner, so I need to make sure I get it in the walkway. Alrighty. I don't have much here to grow up top, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping all this out. I know, I'm not trying to take the dirt. My bad. Oh yeah. Okay. Kool-Aid jammers. See, the cardboard does help with weeds, but I had just lightly laid it over top with no mulch on it, and the wind will take it and move it and all that good stuff. So, now, I think I got 3 more. So I got dill, rosemary. I think I had basil, thyme, and sage. to get to that tomato plant back there, I could get it from on the other side of the fence. Same thing with this, or if I need to make a path to step over, I can. So I need 1, 2, 3 holes dug with my little hand shovel. There's that root. That's pretty cool that it's going to separate these, the root system is. I've never planted in this area yet since I've had my garden. It's interesting to see how it's going to be. I've always just covered over. Right, there's a hole. I got one in that spot, so I'm going to put this one here probably. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and plop some compost. Oh, lovely. I hit a nice ant hill over here. You guys are getting insects today. Look at all the ants. Holy moly. They're attacking some roly-polies, looks like. Some centipedes. I made them mad. Well. Okay then. You'll be my last hole to deal with because I don't want to be covered in the ants. There's no ants. There's some ants there too. Okay, well, the ants are what's decomposing probably the stump. You guys are going to be moving anyway, so let me pour a little bit of compost in this hole. Pour a little bit of compost in that hole and in this hole. Whew, sweating bad. Okay, now, let's see if we can just get this done. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Taping up my rosemary here. I think drinking that water is helping me today though, for real. Alright, so on the other side of that rosemary, I had sage, okay. And then I had basil on this side like I thought, and thyme was in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all 3 of those. King's over there rolling around the grass. I put some diatomaceous earth. I vacuumed the house again. That's what I do. I put diatomaceous earth and then wait a week. Make sure it's all dead. Then when they start scratching again, which means outside, because he's an outside dog, I put diatomaceous earth on him as well. A little bit in their food. It's a food grade diatomaceous earth. And a little bit in the cat food, a little bit more in the dog food. But I rub him down with it the cats, it irritates their skin, so I don't do it with them. And the cat tree, I heard salt helps with that, and I've seen them lay on it, so it might be helping. But every morning, it's like he takes a bath, King does. He'll come out, roll around in the tallest grass he could find with the dew. He's so funny. All right, water break again. All right. Okay, so sage was in the far end. We got broadleaf sage, and we got to plant that 1/4 of an inch deep. Oh. We might have a lot of basil in that area. I don't know. My bad. Whew. This is why I don't like cutting them off and bringing them over. Okay. Sage has little tiny balls of seeds. I'm going to use my shovel instead of my hand because of the ants over here. I'm just going to cover up some of that. So I'm going to put 3 seeds here. Might have been more than that, I don't know. But just bust up that cover over. That real fast. Now I need a marker and some mulch. Of course, I keep forgetting the markers. I brought 3 loads. Grab some mulch. And a marker. There we go. There's the sage. Remember, thyme was in the middle because basil was over there. So, thyme, it just says thyme non-GMO, and 1/4 of an inch deep. Chop up these big old chunky chunks. Okay, let's do ooh, those are teeny tiny seeds. I mean, they're tiny, tiny. So let's see if I can't get just like 3 seeds to come out. There went a couple. Alright. Who knows where they landed? It's okay. We'll just cover this over with a little bit of dirt. And like I said before, I don't water this stuff in. I let the rain do it. We might have a few dry days, that's fine too, because I try to let the nature do its thing. I just try to plant the seed where I want. All right, mulch. There. All right, and now we've got, please tell me that was sage. Oh, it's time that I had that in. Okay, I remember now. We got basil now. They're a little bit bigger seed, black, oblong. And they go also 1/4 of an inch deep. Shaking again. I did eat breakfast though. One, two, three. Mulch. All right. Got my herbs all planted. Let's get these taped up. That tape is a little short. I don't want to lose any seed. All right. Oh, come on, bend over. There you go. All right, there's that one and this one. Now the next thing that I wanted to plant was watermelon. I love watermelon. It's a nice cool treat. And we just eat the fire out of it sometimes, and then sometimes it just sits. But I'd like to have some. And according to my plan, I decided to plant it way down there at that end of the garden. Maybe the vine would grow down my walkway, which would be fine because I could step over the leaves. I've done it last year and get to where I need it, but it also wouldn't choke out anything. It'd be just down the walkway. So watermelon looks like it's 2 foot over from that corner back there on my paper. That would be the midways. So let me get my yardstick here. We'll walk on down here. And since I got walkways that can go behind and up, that's what I was thinking. It said to put it in a well-drained area. That corner of my garden is more water. It'll all run down to that corner. So I need to put it up here where it will drain. So it was either here or that back corner walkway. And these right here are potatoes. So it shouldn't interfere with potatoes because the watermelon grows above ground. That's what I'm finding is the trick. Like above ground can go with underground stuff. I forgot my little hand shovel. And there's already mulch over here and already compost, I believe, down in there. So I'm just gonna poke in a hole and plop them in. Probably plant 3. These are 1/2 inch deep. And these are watermelon crimson sweet. This is what I bought from Walmart a while ago, a long time ago. So I'm trying to use up my old seeds. Look how tall my potatoes are getting, y'all. Pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna stick you in my potato bin, my potato roll. "24 inches. Do y'all see? Yeah, I think you can see. I'm just gonna dig a pretty good size hole here. And it said 1/2 inch deep. And we'll plop in. I definitely want watermelons, so let me do. That's 3. Let's do 4, 5, 6. It said you could put 6 in a hole, 6 in a spot. Okay. Now, when it rains, it'll get that started. But I do need a marker. And since I know there's taters here, I'm gonna stick this marker down in there for my watermelon. Whew. All right, guys. I'm gonna get this watermelon seeds taped up and get everything put away because it's hot, and I'm gonna go on in. And then I'll be preparing myself for DoorDash. I'm gonna cool down enough. Like I said, my car don't have air conditioner right now. It's still down. But at least in my car, I do have a top over me. It's shady. And when I drive, that gives me the wind. So it is cooler than the garden, at least. And when we come back next, what we'll be doing is starting from the first item that I planted and see if we have plants in every spot. If we don't, we are going to replace it. So that is what I'm planning on for my next video. Whether it's tonight, whether it's tomorrow, or even a week from now, because for you all following along with me on menstruation, I still have not started yet. This is day number 37, and I'm not able to have children. So y'all pray for me that it would be an easy menstruation and not something super hard, which is usually what happens when I go too long. So take care. I'm going to the trash, going to the building, put my tools up, and I'm going in with the air condition and cool off and refill my water bottle. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.